You won't notice yourself getting weaker because it happens so slowly. And that's a huge problem for many adults. As a physical therapist who has completed over 20,000 patient visits, it's become pretty obvious to me that the three signs I'm going to explain always signal a coming decline that often can end in the nursing home. And the crazy thing is that most adults I encounter think these three signs are just a part of normal aging, even if they're only in their 50s or their 60s. In this video, we'll go through the three early signs that almost always show leg weakness, along with a simple test for each that you can perform right at home, right now. Because here's the important thing that you should probably care about. If you can stop leg weakness before it gets too late, you are adding years to your independence. The first sign is something that so many adults do as they get older without even realizing it. Needing your hands to help you stand up from a chair. And you might think, I use my hands to help me up every day. Why is that even a problem? That's actually the same response I get from patients all the time. And it might not be a problem right now. But let's say you're 65 and need to use your hands to help you up. What's getting up from that same chair going to look like at 70 and 80? It's only going to become more difficult if you don't do something about it. Here's a quick test you can try that requires almost no thought. Can you stand up from your chair effortlessly without using your hands to push yourself up? If you can, that's a great start. But your goal should be the ability to do that 15 times in 30 seconds. If you take nothing else away from this video, remember this one thing. Needing your hands to stand up from a chair is the most obvious sign that you are slowly getting weaker. And it is the most dangerous one to your future, because as your ability to stand up declines, your ability to live on your own is going to disappear as well. But with just a little practice, you can completely change your sit to stand ability. Start practicing every single day. Practice from the side of your bed, from your toilet, from your kitchen chair. It sounds too simple, which is why so many people completely disregard doing it in favor of more complex exercises. While not being able to get up from a chair is the most concerning thing I see as a physical therapist, the second sign is actually the one that might be the most concerning to you. And that is your stairs start to feel different. You might notice yourself pulling on the handrail to go up, holding the handrail a little bit tighter and going slower on the way down, and maybe even only leading with the same leg all the time. Ultimately, they all show weakness and tell me that your confidence on stairs is declining. And that is a major reason why 1 million adults in the US fall down on the stairs each year. Now, you probably think the easy solution here is to avoid stairs as often as possible. Maybe move to a single floor home so you never have to worry about them at your house. But the worst thing you can do at this stage is to completely avoid stairs, because that will only continue to make you weaker. I have so many patients who think that they're safe by avoiding stairs in their home. But you know what? They still have to do a couple steps to leave their house, still have to do stairs at friends and relatives' houses, and they still have to step up onto curbs. The stairs, they're your built-in at-home workout, and avoiding them is a guaranteed way to find yourself in a nursing home earlier than you should. So what's the better solution? First, see if you can go up and down safely without relying on the handrail. If you can't or don't feel safe, there's two things that you need to do here that will change your relationship with your staircase. Number one, practice step-ups on the bottom step. Do it every day, and if one of your legs is noticeably weaker, make sure you practice twice as many reps on that side. I'll often see patients who still have pretty significant weakness on one side many months or even years after a knee or hip replacement. And number two, which again might sound too simple, but you need to start practicing those stairs. Make them an exercise that is part of your everyday routine. If you do these two things, you will regain your confidence and not only reduce your fall risk on stairs, but reduce your fall risk everywhere else in life as well. There's one more sign I see all the time, and it's something that happens while you're walking, taking shorter steps. There's a quick test you can try here to test your step length. Walk normal for about 30 feet. Then walk as fast and as safely as you can for about that same distance. What I look for with this test is the ability to take noticeably longer strides at that faster speed. If you can't do that, your walking is becoming more cautious, which is something that happens as leg strength and confidence decline. And you know what shorter steps leads to? Less overall activity, which then leads to more weakness and even shorter steps. And here's the interesting thing of all this: just walking more, well, that won't help you start walking normally again. If you're like most adults, you're thinking that you're taking shorter strides, probably to be more careful. But in reality, it's because you've been getting weaker and lacking the confidence to take the strides that you used to take. So instead of just focusing on more walking, get stronger at the two things we talked about earlier, and it will carry over to your walking as well. If you've noticed any of these three signs already, it won't matter within the next few weeks or months. And it's unlikely you're going to fall down the stairs tomorrow or suddenly lose the ability to stand up from a toilet overnight. And it might not even matter a year or two or three from now. But there's two things that will certainly happen if you don't do something about it. Number one, you will gradually become less active because you don't feel as confident doing the daily activities that you used to do. And number two, you will become a higher fall risk as the years pass by and you steadily become weaker. It's almost always a slow moving process, which is what so many adults fail to consider. You can either get stronger now that you're aware of this or continue to get weaker. One of those two things will happen, so hopefully you make the right choice.